We're here at Blue Planet Surf for SUP Show, and we're checking out some new fins.
We got this new fin here, which is a carbon fin that's built much like a stand-up paddle blade. It has basically a foam core inside, and it's a molded construction, full carbon. It has an ABS edge on the front, so for the edge protection. So it's built almost identical to a stand-up paddle blade. Very light. It's actually so light that it can float in the water. So that means on the tail of your board, it actually creates a little bit of lift because it's so light. So compared, like for example, this one is it's about 5 ounces the weight, and versus this one is a little bit over 9 ounces. So almost half the weight of a regular fin, which is amazing. When you feel it, it's like you can definitely feel how light it is, right?
So, so if this thing is that much lighter than this, because it looks like the volume is almost, it's
actually a little bit bigger.
More.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than the future fin.
Is it going to be weaker? Is it going to crack and break or what?
Well, I've been using this fin for a while now, and I haven't been able to damage it yet. So, we're still kind of testing the prototypes, but so far it's been very strong. It doesn't seem like it's weaker at all.
So if you leave the board, you put the board on the ground and this hits on the ground and stuff, there's not going to be a problem?
Yeah, you can take a look at the fin on my car later, but it seems solid, and setting it down is definitely not an issue. I haven't really run it into the reef yet, so we'll have to see. But
is it ABS right here?
It's an ABS edge, kind of like the same as a paddle, like some of the paddle edges on the high-end paddles. They have an ABS edge. It's the same material. It's basically a hard plastic that keeps the carbon from chipping and fraying at the edge.
Yeah, because this thing is super light.
Right.
It's super light, and you can actually get it really, really thin on the trailing edge too.
And supposedly the weight on the tail of the board, and because the fin is underwater, if it has positive buoyancy, then that makes a bigger difference even than something that's out of the water, I guess.
So that means that if the board's like this, and this is your board, instead of it kind of dragging down this way and holding your nose down, it might lift.
Right.
Give you a little bit of lift and help you to get into that bump.
Right, which would seem like it would be helpful for downwinders.
Do you feel that at all, or you can't tell?
I haven't. To be honest, it's such a small difference that I can't feel it. But I'm sure it makes a small difference. And if you're racing, every little thing counts.
Right.
Yeah.
This is super light, though.
Right.
Wow. And it's $129.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not a cheap fin, but
How much is this fin?
This one, the Future California downwind fin, I think we have it for $109.
Yeah, so it's
it's not a big,
pretty close.
Close in pricing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is also a really good fin. My friend Jeff Chang used this in the Molokai race last year, and he swears by this fin. It's a great fin for downwind surfing. They also have a Hawaii version, which is a little bit more straight, but this one seems to work really well.
This one seems more beefy. It's heavier. It's like kind of mud. It's like they're both stiff, but this one is feels like if you dropped it or so on.
Yeah.
This is more like your carbon racing paddle. Don't mess with it. Don't let people touch it. You got to be a little bit more careful. What about in the sun? You think if this is on your car in the sun, will that create any issues getting hot and so on?
The black carbon definitely gets hot, so it's something we have to see over time. But so far, I haven't had any issues. I've been leaving it on my car and on the board, and haven't seen any issues with it yet.
Probably almost exactly the same as if you have a high-end race paddle. You pay $400, $500, whatever, for something like that. You don't just leave it on the beach or in the sand and get hot, right? You don't do that. You got to care for it nicely.
Exactly.
Probably the same thing for this.
Yeah.
Actually,
and this fin is made by a factory that basically makes the high-end carbon fiber paddles. So it's exactly the same construction, the same kind of molding process that they use for the high-end blades. And you know how strong they are. You can really pull on this thing. It's not like the thing is soft or weak. It's definitely a strong fin and solid construction. So
it's crazy. I'm bending it, but I'm not bending it too much because I don't want to break it and then have to buy it.
No.
Yeah. But
we definitely we go through some testing before we sell things like that. But
you definitely don't want to be banging it on stuff, though.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah.
It's super light. It's unreal.
But you know how carbon fiber paddles, you can kind of push off the reef with it. As long as you don't hit it too hard, it's not going to like crack or break right away. But you know, if you, it's the same as a regular fin. If you keep running over the reef, eventually it's going to get frayed out.
It's kind of like in racing, every little bit counts, right? That's why like a few ounces on a race paddle costs another $80, right? I mean, on a one-man canoe, just that last few ounces, that's another $1,000 right there. So
so small differences in weight is make a big difference on the waters.
Too bad I couldn't do this on my belly fat. Just cut that weight just right off me. Much easier.
It's gonna cost a few $1,000s, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, this is cool. So this is a stand-up show. We're trying this thing out here. We're here in Blue Planet Surf in the back room, filming up some stuff, talking stand-up, and hopefully you guys like this.
Yeah, and hopefully you can join us again in the future. We're going to do this on a regular basis, reviewing products, talking about technique, all the new stuff that's out there, interviewing paddlers. So should be a fun project.
Yeah. Okay, thanks a lot.
Aloha.